Have you ever felt a shiver run down your spine in a dark room, even when you knew you were alone? It's a primal feeling, that sense that something is watching you from the shadows. Tonight, we're going to explore that feeling. We're not talking about monsters under the bed, but something far more subtle and perhaps far more unnerving. We're talking about the smile in the dark. Imagine this. You're lying in bed. The house is silent, and the only light is the faint glow of the moon slicing through your window blinds. You roll over, and for a split second you see it. In the deepest, darkest corner of your room, a smile. It's just a curve of white, impossibly bright against the blackness, hanging in the air. No face, no eyes, no body, just a smile. Your heart hammers against your ribs. You blink, and it's gone. Was it real, or just your tired mind playing tricks on you? This phenomenon, the smile in the dark, is a surprisingly common experience, reported across cultures and throughout history. It's a modern twist on ancient folklore, a digital-age ghost story whispered in online forums and late-night chat rooms instead of around a campfire. It's the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, but stripped of all its whimsical charm, leaving only the unsettling grin behind. So, what could it be? Let's explore the rational explanations first, because our brains are fascinating, complex machines that can sometimes get their wires crossed, especially when we're tired or stressed. The most likely culprit is something called hypnagogia. This is the state of consciousness between wakefulness and sleep. During this phase, you can experience vivid hallucinations, both auditory and visual. Your brain is essentially starting to dream before your body is fully asleep. That floating smile could be the first fragment of a dream breaking through into your waking perception. It feels incredibly real because, to your brain, it is. Another scientific explanation is pareidolia. This is our brain's tendency to see familiar patterns, especially faces, in random or ambiguous stimuli. It's why we see animals in the clouds or a face on the surface of the moon. In a dark room, with limited visual information, your brain might try to make sense of the faint shapes and shadows. A reflection from a piece of jewelry, a sliver of light on a crumpled piece of paper, or even the way your clothes are draped over a chair could be misinterpreted by your brain as a smile. Our minds are hardwired to recognize faces and facial expressions as a survival mechanism, so it's no wonder a smile is a common pattern we project onto the unknown. But let's be honest, the rational explanations, as comforting as they might be, don't always quell the fear. The experience feels too specific, too intentional. The smile isn't just a random shape. It often feels like it holds an emotion. Is it friendly, mocking, or something more sinister? This is where we step out of the lab and into the realm of psychology and folklore. Psychologically, seeing a smile in the dark could be a manifestation of our own anxieties. A smile is a complex symbol. It can represent happiness and welcome. But a disembodied, context-free smile is deeply unsettling. It's the smile of a clown in a horror movie, or the predatory grin of a hunter. It could be our subconscious mind projecting our hidden fears into the darkness. Are you worried about being judged? Do you feel like you're putting on a brave face, a fake smile for the world? Perhaps that disembodied grin is your own facade, staring back at you from the void. It's a powerful metaphor for the parts of ourselves we keep hidden in the dark. And then there's the folklore. Every culture has its trickster spirits, its shadow people, its things that go bump in the night, beings that exist at the edge of our perception. The smile in the dark fits perfectly into this tradition. It's an entity that doesn't need a full form to inspire terror. Its power lies in its simplicity and its mystery. Who is smiling? Why? The lack of answers is what makes it so terrifying. It doesn't want to harm you physically. It wants to get inside your head. It feeds on your fear and your uncertainty. Think about it. A monster with claws and teeth is something you can conceptually fight. But how do you fight a smile? It's an idea, a concept given form. It represents a knowledge that you lack. The smile seems to say, I see you, but you don't see me. I know something you don't. It's a pure psychological threat. Many online accounts describe the smile as being accompanied by a feeling of being watched or a sudden drop in temperature. These classic paranormal indicators add another layer to the mystery. Skeptics would argue this is just the power of suggestion. You see something weird and your brain fills in the rest of the spooky details. Believers, on the other hand, would say this is proof of a genuine presence. So how do we deal with this? If you ever experience the smile in the dark, the first thing to do is not to panic. Take a deep breath. Remember the rational explanations. It's most likely your brain doing what brains do. Turn on the light. The fastest way to dispel a shadow is with illumination. You'll probably find that the terrifying grin was just a trick of the light, a pile of clothes, or nothing at all. Ground yourself in reality. Touch the wall. Feel the texture of your blanket. Remind your senses what is real and tangible. But what if, just what if, it's something more? What if turning on the light doesn't help? In the world of folklore and paranormal investigation, the advice is consistent. Don't engage. Don't speak to it. Don't acknowledge it with fear. These entities, if they exist, are often said to draw strength from strong emotions, especially fear. By remaining calm, by showing that you are not afraid, you are essentially telling it that it has no power over you. Project Confidence. Fill the room with your own positive energy. Think of it as your space, your sanctuary. Ultimately, the smile in the dark is a fascinating case study in how our minds process fear and the unknown. It lives in that gray area between perception and imagination, between science and superstition. Whether it's a neurological quirk, a psychological projection, or a visitor from the shadows, its impact is undeniable. It forces us to confront the darkness, both in our rooms and within ourselves. The next time you turn out the lights and your eyes adjust to the gloom, you might find yourself scanning the corners of the room. You might be looking for it. And if you see it, that sliver of white hanging in the void, what will you do? Will you shrink back in fear? Or will you take a breath and maybe, just maybe, smile back? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the shadows. If you've had an experience like this, share your story in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the strange and unexplained. Stay curious and sleep well.